Welcome to Zipit. My name's Ali. I'm going to be your instructor today. So I'm going to go through this course, show you how everything works, and once I've done it, you're going to do it for me. Just want to make sure everyone's wearing gloves and anyone who has long hair has a tie back off your face. So our harnesses have been put on by instructors today. It's really important that you don't take them off yourselves. If they need to be taken off, head back into the cabin and get an instructor to do it for you. They also will need to be tightened up, so get an instructor to do it for you. Please don't tighten them yourselves. We've got 5 courses here. The first course is the green course, so it's for 7+. It's our lowest and our easiest course, so it's got most of the activities all the other ones have. They're just a little bit lower to the ground. Our next course is the orange course for 9+, which is higher and harder than the green one. And then our next course is white, which is higher than orange, and it's also for 9+. Our next course is the blue course. Blue is for 12+. If you want to do the blue course, you must do white first. It's our highest and our longest course, so it's got the highest point out of all 5 courses, and it's got all the really long zip lines. Our next course then is the red course. Red is for 15+. If you want to do the red, you must do the blue course. It's not as high as the blue and it's not as long, but it is more challenging. So I'm going to show you how my clips work. It's really important when you're not using your clips that they're on this orange toggle or in your hands, so try not have them on the ground, and we'll come back to my pulley later on. So we've got 2 clips, a red and a black one. The only reason they're different colours is that if you get stuck up on a course, an instructor can tell you what to do from the ground. So other than that, you can forget that they're 2 different colours. If you have a look though, there's 2 different shapes. So this one's in the shape of the letter C and this one's in the shape of the letter U. C means that your clip is open and U means that your clip is locked. You will always have one U, so one clip will always be locked on the course, okay? The way the clips go is onto the wires. The only wires they can connect to is onto the ones with the red blocks, okay? So that's where your clips have to go. When we're putting our clip on, we're going to put our open clip on first. We're going to hold it like an ice cream, so up nice and straight. The little arrow at the top of your C sits on top of this bit that sticks out the side of the red block. If you push gently away from U, it'll clip into a U. So you don't need any pressure at all to get your clip on. You don't need to bang them. Once my first clip is on and that one's locked, I can then open my second clip. So it has to be open to get it onto the red block. To open your clip, again, you're going to hold it up nice and high. This time you're going to use the button, which is here on the front of the handle. If you put this black piece of wire in between the U, and instead of pushing to get it on, you're going to pull to get it off. So squeeze the button and pull back towards you, it'll clip into a C. And just like the last one, push gently on the red block to clip it on. So to take a clip off, it's very similar to opening it. You're going to pull the trigger, pull it off the wire. You'll see that it flicks into a C, but this one will not open at the same time. So you're always locked on. There's always one locked on the course, okay? What I've just clipped onto, this pole and this wire here is called the start wire. There's one of these at the start of every course. So before you go to any of the ladders, you need to keep a lookout for one of those and clip on here first. So once I have both clips on the start wire, I can start my course. At the start of each course, you've got a ladder or a rock wall, and on that you've got one of these. This is called a fall stop. It's really important when you pull this down that you don't let go of it, okay? So if you're not planning on going up, just let it back up slowly. Pull it down to you and you've got 2 buckles on it. The fall stop kind of works like a seatbelt. So if you fall off the ladder, this will stop you hitting the ground, okay? You've got 2 buckles. The one on top with the orange stripe is called a handbag and the one underneath is called a belly button clip. So we're going to have a look at our handbag first. We're going to hold it upright with the orange pointing towards the ground. You're going to take off one clip, pull the trigger, pull it off the wire. You're going to keep it all in a straight line. The little arrow at the top of your C sits right on the bottom of the handbag. And then if you pull down and over, it'll clip into a U. Once this one's locked, the next one will come off the wire. So pull the trigger, pull it off the wire, and that goes on beside the other clip. So again, everything in a straight line, pull down and over, and it'll clip into a U. Once they're both on and in use, you can then pull down your belly button clip, squeeze it open, and put it onto that loop there on your harness. Once you've got all 3 on, you can climb up. Don't pull this down, hold on to the actual ladder itself. So I'm going to put both hands on the ladder and climb up. And once I'm up here then, I've got to take everything off and onto the platform. So I'm going to take off my belly button first. So last on, first off, take off your belly button. You're going to make sure this white rope is out of your way so your clips don't get caught. Pull the trigger, pull your clip off the handbag. Look for your next red block, which is here on the platform. Push gently, and then same with this one. You're allowed 3 people on a platform and 1 person on an activity at all times. So our first activity here is this rope cable. The rope is over here that I've got to clip onto. It's a little bit too far away for me to reach. If I pull down on this green rope, the activity will come over towards me. It's really important you don't wrap this around your hands or get it tangled. So pull it off to the side. and once you're finished with it, let go of it. Again, you've got your handbag with the orange stripe and you've got your belly button clip. So I'm going to take off one clip first, pull the trigger, pull it off the wire, keep everything in a nice straight line, pull down and over till it clips into a U, and then the same with your second clip. So pull the trigger, pull it off the wire, leave the little red arrow on the bottom of the handbag, pull down and over and it'll clip in. And once you've got both of those on, you can put on your belly button clip. Your belly button clip is on activities like this where something moves across with you, and it's on the start of each course bar green. Make sure you put it on if it's there, okay? Put your hands up nice and high, walk across. When I get to this side then, I've got to disconnect from the rope. So take your belly button off first, so last on, first off. Take off one clip off your handbag, look for your next red block, which is just here, clip on, and then same with this one. So our next activity is this suspension bridge. If you're not sure which one to clip onto, it's the one with the red block. Just make sure you don't get tangled in these other wires. You're going to take off one clip, bring it underneath the wire, clip onto the red block, and then the same with this one. And once both your clips are on, you can follow your clips and push them across. So when we get to this platform, we've got another red block here. I'm going to take off one clip, clip onto my red block, same with my next one, and then I've got to go round the tree. When I get to this side then, I've got a yellow block. When it's a yellow block, it means that it's a zip line. If you're still not sure, there's a sign on each activity that tells you what to do, and there's a green crash pad at the end of every zip line. So I'm going to take off one clip, put my clip onto the yellow block, and then the same with my next one. Once my clips are on, I don't have to worry about them. I'm going to put my pulley on next. So my pulley goes on with the number facing towards me. It sits behind my clips on the wire. When I'm going down, it's really important I don't put my hand in front of the pulley, okay? I'm going to put one hand on top and one hand on the rope. I'm going to sit down into my harness, keep my head away from this. If I want to slow myself down as I'm going down, I can let my hand rest on the wire behind me. I'm just not going to hold on. I'm going to jerk my shoulder if I do that. So just let your hand rest on the wire. You're going to put one hand here, lift your feet up, slow myself down with my hand. And then if I don't reach the end of the zip line, I've got to spin myself around. So face the direction I came from, lean back at my harness and pull myself in. When I get to the end then, same as your belly button, last on, first off, take off your pulley. You're going to take off one clip, put it onto the platform. Try keep these as untwisted as you can. Same with this one. And once I've moved out of the way, I can shout clear to the next person so they know they can go. The end of the blue and the red course, you've got a base jump like this, okay? It's the same as your fall stop. You've got your handbag and your belly button clip. You're going to clip on and hold on to the blue rope. If it's a ladder, make sure you face the ladder as you climb down and don't jump off. If at any stage you need help, just shout for an instructor, we'll give you a hand. If you hear an instructor shout stop, make sure you stop and hear what we have to say. And if you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask. Thanks so much for listening and enjoy your time at Zipit.